I think it's very important for people to read all your books, honestly. Uh, which is why, to end this podcast, I'm going to put you in a bit of a difficult position again, because I think we only have about 2-3 minutes left. I'm going to take the name of a book of yours, and I would love for you to accumulate it in 3
Oh,
sentences.
okay.
What have you written about in Sapiens?
Humans control the world because we cooperate better than any other animal. And the basis for all human cooperation is ultimately fiction. These fictional stories that hold together political and religious and economic systems.
That's it. Beautiful. 21 lessons for the 21st century.
Oh, that's difficult because it is a scattered book.
What have you written about in that book, Yuval?
All human identities, and the very concept of an identity is two things are the same, they are identical. And this is not the case. That everything changes, and therefore all the identities that we try to impose on reality, they too are fictions.
Gotcha. I've heard 10 different pronunciations of Homo Deus in the last 1 month. What's the correct pronunciation?
Homo Deus.
Homo Deus.
Homo Deus.
What have you written about in Homo Deus, and how is it different from 21 lessons for the 21st century?
History began when humans invented gods, and history will end when humans become gods. That we are now acquiring divine abilities of destruction and creation, and we are on the verge of creating new beings that will have abilities traditionally considered to be divine abilities. So we are in the process of creating gods.
Gotcha. And finally, we're talking about Nexus. The world has been waiting for your next book. Couple of questions. Why is there a pigeon on the cover?
Ooh, there are many reasons for the pigeon. First, we wanted something organic on the cover because we are now at the moment of clash between the old organic world. Human beings are animals, we are organic, like pigeons, like elephants, like cows, and AIs are inorganic. Organic beings, we function by cycles: day and night, winter and summer, birth and death, activity and rest. AIs, they don't work by these organic cycles. They don't care if it's day or night. They are not really born or die, and they never need to rest. They constantly go on, they are always on. And now the struggle in the world is that the AIs are trying to force us to live like non-organic beings. And if you try to force an organic being, like a human being, to be like a computer without any rest, for instance, eventually we collapse and die. So we wanted something organic, and the pigeon is a symbol of information and communication, not just because of carrier pigeons. Also, in the Bible, there is this very famous myth that a flood came and destroyed the whole world, and only Noah remained in Noah's ark with just a few people and the animals. And to know whether the flood is over, they release a pigeon. In English, it's often written in the English Bibles, it's written dove, but this is a mistake. In the original Hebrew, it's a pigeon. And the pigeon flies and comes back with an olive branch. And this is how Noah knows that the flood is over. And so this is kind of the information that the pigeon carried, that the flood is over. And now in the world, we are experiencing a new flood, a flood of information, which is threatening to drown all of us. And this is kind of my pigeon that I'm releasing to the world to see whether the flood is over.
Incredible. Yuval Noah Harari, I've waited years for this conversation. So thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Much deeper thank you for the journey that all your books have taken me on. Uh, if I have to recommend books to new readers, I usually point them towards your work, because I personally believe that it's not about the number of books that you read, but it's about the amount of data that you're able to retain from the best books. And you're right up there. You've written some of the best books that I've ever read in my life. So great gratitude for you in my heart. Very deep thank you. And I hope to meet you again in life.
Thank you so much, and good luck with all the good work that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope to have many more conversations over the years.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Yuval.
Thank you.